Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Aman here on Tour Beauty. So happy new year to everybody out there. It is a brand new year. It is 2019 and it feels like a good one so far. So yes, I am here. So as you guys can see, I am in a completely new background. It actually isn't a new background. I'm actually filming in my old setup, but in my current setup there's been a lot of kind of a mess there because of the whole Christmas time, and we've just got Christmas decorations still there. We've still got all this other stuff and it's just very kind of crazy. So yeah, so I'm just filming in my old setup just for a few days until I get everything else sorted in that old room, but nevertheless here I am filming. So in today's video I'm just going to film a kind of a new year, new me video. So it's nothing really new that I'm doing to my face, but I just wanted to have a video of me kind of just doing my full face glam with you guys, just talking about the year and kind of everything that I felt about last year, everything I feel about this year, and so on. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So firstly, this towel, I just feel is so heavy on my head at the moment, but I'm just going to carry on like this. So this is my makeup bag. I don't think I ever show you guys my makeup bag because I usually just film in my beauty room where everything is kind of there. But this is my makeup bag. This I think came with a perfume. So when I bought the Lady Million perfume in Dubai, I got this bag for free. It's really useful and I use it all the time. It holds all of my makeup. Before not forgetting to moisturize my face. So I have mentioned to you guys in a previous video, my face lotion moisturizer has actually run out, so I have been using this for a long time now. I just had this Vaseline Intensive Care with pure cocoa butter. It helps heal dry skin, and throughout the winter I get a lot of dry skin, so I just thought this would work really well on my face and I absolutely love it. It works really well with my foundation, really helps to stick the foundation into my face as well. So I absolutely love using this. I'm massaging my lips because they're a little bit chapped. Today is the 4th of January and I literally have worn no makeup since the 31st. So on New Year's Eve I wore some makeup and then since then I wore zero makeup. So yeah, I'm starting my makeup day today. Even on New Year's Day I didn't wear any makeup either. So this is actually going to be a bit of a challenge because I've got no mirror in front of me. I've got my laptop down below, which is my viewer, and I've got a viewer over there. So it's going to be a bit of a tricky one, but let's see how this works out. Also, I only have 30 minutes to get ready, so I need to really get focused and just quickly do my makeup. I need to pick up my dad from work. And I don't really like kind of filming and then half filming and then coming back and filming. It's going to be a bit of a tricky one, so I just need to come and focus and do this. So the primer which I have been loving throughout the entire of last year is this one here. Can you guys see? It's basically on its last drops, so I'm just trying to push this down, but I will be traveling in a couple of weeks, so I'm not too worried. This and this Fix Plus is just below half, so both of these products I think I'm going to get from the airport, from World Duty Free, so I'm not too concerned if they, you know, are nearly finished. And I actually take an excessive amount of this. You only need like a pea size of primer because it's so kind of silicone based, but I always use an excessive amount because that's just me. But you honestly don't need this much, but still I think I went to Croatia for a friend's hen do in October and that was when I bought this, so it's lasted me November, December, and basically it will last me throughout January as well. So I'm a person who does wear makeup quite a bit, even though I haven't worn makeup for the last 3 days. It's worked really well. But if you guys do want a dupe for this primer, then I would recommend the Makeup Revolution primer as well. But next, what we are going to do is we are going to go in with our foundation, which is this. This actually I cannot get from the airport, and this is on its last stages. So before I travel, I need to put it into my list to get some foundation. But I'm just going to take a tiny drop here, and the colour I am in is Tre Leches in 320G. And I'm just going to start tapping that all over my skin. This foundation is actually absolutely amazing. I mean, the only thing about this foundation which I can complain about is that it makes me really oily around here, and I feel like my foundation moves quite a lot from my nose area. But other than that, I absolutely love the foundation. It smells absolutely amazing. Some foundations I feel like they really don't smell nice, but this foundation I find smells so gorgeous and it's absolutely lovely. And I also love how kind of really literally a pea size you need for a full coverage, and that is what I absolutely love, because sometimes I feel like a foundation they say can last so long, but it never lasts long because you need kind of like 3 or 4 drops just to give you the full coverage. With this one you actually don't, literally you just need 1 drop and you've got your full coverage for your entire face, which is absolutely amazing. I am using my beauty blender. I actually haven't washed this or dampened this. I was actually trying to collect my sponges together because I wanted to give you guys a tutorial of how I clean my sponges. So after this video, hopefully I can film that for you guys as well. Okay, so I've got myself a mirror just to kind of help myself because the viewfinder is so far away, so I can't see whether I've applied my foundation. So what I do on a day-to-day basis is I apply some foundation onto my eyelid as well. I just find it's so much easier. I think I'm going to struggle with editing this video because I talk so much, and the one thing I hate editing are definitely talk through videos, but I do find they are the most kind of informative videos. So I find a lot of people, because I actually enjoy when people talk whilst they do their makeup, but it's just the editing can get so long, especially if the video is really long. And then next I'm just going to take this brush here. So this is by a brand which I honestly don't know. I ordered this randomly off Beauty Bay, but you can just use any blending brush. And I'm just going to use this, so there's no products on, but I'm just going to use this and I'm just going to kind of brush through my lid just to make sure that my lid isn't creasing after the foundation I applied. So I find my lids are very kind of orange compared to the rest of my face, so this is why I always go over with foundation on my lids. And then I am going to go in with this. So this is the NYX matte liquid liner. This is kind of been my favorite liquid liner because I just find the brush is so quick and easy to use. So I'm just going to create a quick winged liner. So I feel like I'm talking about makeup too much, whereas I was meant to be telling you guys about this year and kind of goal settings, a new me, how I'm feeling and things like that. But yeah, so I'm going to do my liner first and then we'll get to that topic. Okay, so that's my regular kind of wing created. So before I do the other eye, let's talk a little bit about kind of last year, 2018, whether I got what I wanted. Overall, 2018 was a good year. I have moved up the ladder with my career, and I feel like I was in a job which I absolutely hated, and I was in that job for about 4 years, and I have just stepped up the ladder and I've moved into a kind of a wonderful career which I am so happy about, and I just love my job. I feel like it's, you know, with Harvey it's just given me so much more time. Harvey turned 1 year old as well, so that was pretty amazing. And yeah, so overall I think it was a good year. And this year I am hoping for a lot more. What am I going to do to kind of prep myself for this year and kind of focus on other goals which I want to give myself? So I'm actually creating a bullet journal. So I did this last year as well, but after a couple of months I stopped writing in my bullet journal. So this year I really want to kind of focus, and I really want to make sure that I continue my bullet journal and I do it properly. I always find one eye really difficult to do, and for me it's this eye. Last year overall I think it was pretty good. I think anything that kind of I really had wanted to do, I think I did do, so that was kind of great. And yeah, so there were some things obviously which I wanted to achieve, which I didn't. I really wanted to focus on the kind of YouTube aspects of my life, and I really wanted to be consistent on YouTube, which I was not. I'll be honest, I really wasn't consistent on YouTube. I started off and there were times when I was so consistent, and you know, end of January I was so consistent. I went back to work and I was vlogging my experiences, but then I felt like I was uploading kind of 1 or 2 videos a kind of a month, which was absolutely, obviously, in order to do YouTube, especially if you are a beginner, and especially the kind of niche that I was in, kind of like, what am I focusing on? Is there a specific kind of thing that I'm focusing on YouTube? Am I just kind of going towards the mum life? You know, there wasn't a specific thing on YouTube which I was doing, and I think it took me a long while to realize that I'm not just focusing on one thing, and that was kind of just pulling me down, and I just never realized that, you know, I really need to up my game. I mean, not up my game, but just kind of focus in one area. And it's just because of those kind of things, I feel like in YouTube I just never got to do what I wanted. I think I never set myself a goal. Any targets that I put myself in, I never kind of ever completed them. I just never focused as much. So that is one thing that I do want to focus on in this year. And I was kind of disappointed in the fact that I didn't get to complete my kind of Christmas challenge as well. I knew it was going to be a really difficult challenge, and I think a part of me just thought that I will be able to do it, and I really thought that I will be able to complete it, and you know what, it just didn't happen. I knew it was going to be really difficult because 25 videos, and I had not pre-recorded any videos. I think it was already kind of the 30th of November and I only had 1 video. Whereas if you are looking to upload a video on YouTube every single day, you really need to have kind of half the videos pre-recorded and a quarter of your videos already edited, and literally I was nowhere near that stage. So just using a bit of Fix Plus because some of the concealer under eye gets a bit dry, so I'm just gonna use that to push that product in. But yeah, so I mean, I just felt like there was so much I could have done, and I think I underestimate the things that I can do with Harvey. When you have a small child, a lot of your time is kind of focused in one area, and kind of just having that life where you're a wife, you're a mum, you're a daughter-in-law, you've got friends, you want to hang around with friends, and then on top of that you're a full-time worker, so it was pretty difficult. So whilst my eyebrows are a little bit wet and I've got some of the Fix Plus on my face, I'm just going to fill in my brows. So there's 2 things I feel like I can never do and I need pure concentration to. It's my brows and my liner. Okay, and then you guys can see the big difference between this eyebrow and this eyebrow. Recently my eyebrows just haven't been growing as well as they should be, so that's why I've got some huge gaps between my brows. Also, what do I want to kind of do this year? So what have I kind of got in my diary? What is it that I want to achieve? What are my goals? So generally this year, like I said, I do want to focus on my YouTube, and that is kind of my main goal. Whether I actually get something on this or not, I mean, that's just completely, I believe in destiny. So I believe if it's destined for me to kind of make something from this YouTube, I mean, this is and will always be like a big hobby of mine, but it would be nice to have more subscribers, more people join the Tall Beauty family, if you guys, you know, get what I mean. So it would be lovely for my channel to grow even more if it could. So that is one thing I would definitely, you know, kind of want to achieve this year from YouTube. But other than that, I think that's about it that I've kind of got in my head at the moment, the things that I want to achieve this year. Now I'm just going to use some of this. So this is actually a blusher from MAC, and this is a Swiss Chocolate Matte Powder Blush. I just use this as a bronzer because I feel it's so good as a bronzer. This has kind of been my go-to for the last kind of 3 or 4 months. I've absolutely been loving it. I'm just going to apply this in my contour area. And then I'm also going to apply some just on the bottom of my cheeks as well. And then just taking the same brush which I used to just kind of set my under eyes, I'm just going to use that, and I'm just going to brush underneath the contour to just deepen up the contour. I do need to get some new blushes, so maybe that should be another goal of mine, to buy myself some new blushes this year. But I really do need some blushes. So I'm just going to pop this into my cheeks. Also, I find that a lot of people were putting up their memories of 2018, and I personally know a lot of people who found their 2018 really stressful and did not, you know, have a good year. So I just want to say to those people, don't worry, you don't have to take it as this was a new year and these were the things you were meant to achieve and you didn't achieve them. And it doesn't matter, honestly, it doesn't matter. If you didn't achieve something, it doesn't matter. You've got more days. You know, you don't stress yourself over it. So there was one vlogger which I saw on Instagram, and she posted about how she had such a horrible last year. She, you know, said how 2018 started off with her losing her partner. I don't know whether she broke up with him or she lost him or what happened, but I think she broke up with her partner, and then after that I think one of her pets died, and she just had a very kind of a terrible year. And I found that really motivating, and I found that a lot of people who kind of felt like their last year didn't go so well could really learn from it, and I thought it was so beneficial for those people. And I would definitely say, you know, a lot of people put up all of the good on their social medias, but guys, you know, one thing you guys have got to realize is everyone puts on their good life on Instagram, on Snapchat, on YouTube. Even I only ever put on my good life on my social medias. No one ever puts on their bad lives on their social medias. So I would just say, don't focus too much on people's social medias and think, well, this person had a banging 2018 and, you know, my one didn't go so well. I should feel so depressed about it. I should be demotivated about it. Do something about it. Don't just sit there in this negative thought, and don't just think about how, you know, you never did this. Think of yourself as a new person. Think of the new achievements you can get. A fresh new year, January, just a focus on you being yourself, this new individual. And that's why I wanted to do a video like this. I wanted to tell you guys, a new me, a new year, a new me. I'm going to start afresh. I'm going to start everything afresh. New goals, setting myself new targets, everything else. And, you know, we can do it. We can do it together. Just going to use some Fix Plus, just spray my face one last time. I'm just going to go in with some mascara. I'm going to be applying some falsies, so I'm not too kind of focused on which mascara I'm using. So the one I am using though is the Maybelline Push Up Angel. I'm trying to read because it says Faux Cils, but I can't read it properly. But yeah, so I'm just going to apply my mascara. Okay guys, so I actually ran out of time, so I went to go pick up my dad quickly, and I just went and did my lashes off camera. So I will try and have a tutorial on how I apply lashes for beginners, and I'm hoping I can get that video done either today or tomorrow, because I am looking to get my lashes done. So I'm looking to get some permanent, semi-permanent lashes done. So they usually last about kind of 4 to 5 weeks. So I'm actually going to go to a new lady, so I'll try and vlog the experience for you guys, but I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm going to see. But let's get into the lips now. So I'm going to go in with this lip pencil. So this is the Kiko 533 Smart Fusion. I absolutely love the Kiko pencils. They're They're so kind of money friendly. I used to pay around £14 to £15 for a MAC lip liner before, and honestly, when you sharpen them, you really feel like you are sharpening your money and just burning it. But anyways, let's get into the video. So I'm just going to apply this onto my lips. Now my lips are so dry at the moment, so I can just see the dryness on my lips just over here. But again, can you guys see how much kind of a lip liner or a lipstick makes a difference to your face? I already feel like my face has kind of just brightened up so much more. So I'm just going to apply this. This is honestly one of my favourite nude lip liners. So this one is kind of this lighter colour. I have another one in a 534 and also in a 532, but they're kind of my favourite kind of nude lip liners, and they're just different shades. And also in my previous video, I think I said 234 or 233. It's actually 534, 533. I was actually confused myself as well. Now I'm just going to apply onto the upper lip as well. And so lip liners are usually just meant to be to kind of line your lips, but I always apply the lip liner all over my lips. I have been doing that for a very long time, and that's just the way I always apply my lip liners. And then for my lipstick, I'm using this one is Burnt Spice by MAC's Retro Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I absolutely love these, and this is one of my absolute favourite colours. Burnt Spice, So Me, and Flat Out Fabulous, I think. No, it's actually here. Feel So Grand. So this is a red. If you guys can see, it's pretty battered down, but this is my absolute favourite red as well. So absolutely love these. And then I'm just gonna let this dry, and then you guys will see how well and how lovely this all blends out. Now that my lips are done, I'm just gonna go away and just do my hair, and then I'll be right back with you guys.